All right. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of do a bit of an update and show you the counters and also, yeah, just an update, I guess. Also, yeah, I don't know if I'm fight. Yeah, I think I'm fighting something off. Maybe I got something from one of the kids or somebody else. Excuse me, last uh, during the Christmas thing. Who knows? But compared to Zoe, I'm a lot better off than she seems to be a lot more. But I can still feel I'm a little bit like low key or a bit hacky and stuff like that. And oh my God, sniffly like you wouldn't believe. Maybe it's just that, like I said, maybe I just need to get the ducks clean. Who knows? Yeah, okay, what should I do first? Oh, I know what I'm going to talk about first, which absolutely blows me away. I found out that Stefan has been secretly making me a gaming table, and he sent me a video. I can't show it to you, obviously, but it's private. But just the initial bits, what I'm seeing, it's just blowing me away. Oh, I'm like, well, first of all, that anybody would even want to do something like that for me. I'm like, wow. Yeah, I can already envision me playing on it. I'm like, yes. And he's asking me like a zillion questions, like, what do you think of this? I'm gonna have like LED lighting around the entire table because it's recessed a little bit and it's going to be 36 inches high, which is beautiful. I mean, I'm not going to be stooping. Oh, anyways, on and on and on. I was just like, and he seems to be loving it. So he's like, I'm really enjoying this project. I hope you don't mind me taking my time. I'm like, look, man, if it shows up in Christmas 2024 or whatever, like, it's a gift for crying out loud, man. I'm so unbelievably happy. Anyways, this is going to be awesome someday. Uh, what else? Let's take a quickie overview of the map and then I can show you the counters and whatnot. So I have, I think I'm just basically down to dealing with the Austrians, trying to figure them out. And I think it's not going to be, I think I'm going to be doing a lot of divisional breakdown here. I'm going to switch hands, I think, so I can use my forceps. So yeah, I started already putting some letters. I've been going on the top over here. You'll see in a minute. Excuse me, I've been going backwards with the letters in here. I started going forwards because I really didn't know what the heck was going on here. And you can maybe see here, there's some multiples. Oh, actually, I know what I should do. Turn on the light. Hold on. There we go. Excuse me. So you can see, for example, like there's two red Fs. And what that means is basically what I've done is I'm going to be sending one of the core HQs over first. And they're out of an enemy zone of control, so that's good. Form divisional breakdown and split these guys up a little bit. I just want to start getting the ball rolling that way. There's not a lot of troops here, so there's not going to be a lot of movement, but I got to get the ball going. I think I've mentioned this before. This is a lot more here. Here again, I'm just bringing the 8th Army down, getting towards Wuj. That's probably going to be its major whatever. I know that this is not our rail, but here... they are actually doing something, so like slowly converting. I know it's going to take a bloody long time, especially because it's Russian rail, and oh shoot, I think I'm gonna have to take a look. I think it gets even worse, or I can't do anything come November. I'm gonna have to check, but I think there's some kind of other weird rule stipulation that I have to worry about. Oh shoot. So here, this black arrow is just telling me that I'm going to be stripping these guys and sending them off somewhere. There's just too many strength points sitting there for a static front. And here again, we've got some multiple Ys, because yet again, I'm going to be breaking them up from here, the green Y, and then these guys, the X is going to go over to here. And you see what I mean. Yeah, you get the idea. And then as well as I'm going to bring another core HQ. So it's going to be core HQs all over the place, but I'm going to start plugging up this hole a little bit. Static again, like I said. Over here, this trench. Sorry, it made a lot of sense a long time ago when the Russians were, like coming a mile a minute towards Königsberg. I was like, red alert, stop popping, get a trench going. Now it's a effing nightmare. That's all I got to say. I wonder if I'm allowed to go this way. Because it is a hex side. Oh shit, I could. Ooh! Dude. That's right, because it's traveling the hex side, not through the. Okay. Chris. Oh, I can hear Ken going, yes, Chris. Okay, goody. Anyways, this effing trench sucks. So, of course, I can't get rid of it because it doesn't do anything. It's just gonna be even worse. I'm gonna still have the um, movement penalty, but no defensive bonus. So that sucks. But that was something to remember. Like, oh, I'll try this little thing. Yes. And these black arrows, yet again, it's just telling me I've got, because there's 11 strength points that got recombined, um, with the recombination units and some under strength divisions or brigades, and they've been brought up to full strength. And now I'm going to be sending some this way and that way. I don't have enough movement points with these guys to get in and out of zones and control, but I wish I could have really started bringing a lot of strength points to bear here and hammer away on this mother. We'll see, but I think I'm going to have to wait until 1 November. But I'd like to just kind of get somebody wiggled in there. We'll see what happens. And this C thing is just telling me I've got to make a core HQ. Is that it? Hold on. I think so. I'll switch hands and hopefully, like I said, hopefully I'm not driving everybody nuts with the speaker thingamajig. Oh yeah, my white lab coat, butcher coat came in. Excuse me. You know what's weird? The left chest pocket is on the inside. I thought, what the hell? This must be a screw up. But no, that's the way it was meant to be. I'm like, who the hell puts a freaking pocket on the inside when it's a jacket? I was just like, this is weird. Anyways, I ordered an apron, and we'll see if that works better, like a butcher apron or something. Hold on, I'm going to get some tea. Maybe that'll help. I found out where the Bazura River and all those things were for the 49th Reserve Infantry Division and the 50th Reserve Infantry Division, where they saw some action near the Battle of Wooge. Excuse me. Hold on. Speaking of which, I was at the Conflict Simulations Limited, CSL's website there to take a look at the upcoming World Undone 1914 trilogy thing that he's going to have set up whenever that comes out, but I can't wait for it. I mean, I'm eager to get it. And it's going to be all the way up to the Battle of Wooge, so that's pretty cool. What the heck did I want to talk? Yeah, so I think this is the Bazura River area right here. That's the best I can find, and all those other ones, the Waka or whatever, but it would be all around that area as far as I can see. So, and which brings me to talking about who the I'll show the counters, and I'm also trying to rely on my notes more rather than just straight reading off Wikipedia or any of that stuff. So we'll see how that works. I think it's good practice, and I have to start getting ready for when some of the material that I'm using for the Saturday live streams. I have to start preparing that type of stuff ahead of time now, and I mean, I can't, steal people's works. And also the same thing as when I'm starting to do the Caporetto. What am I doing? Same thing as when I start doing the Caporetto thing. Excuse me. There's a lot of information I want to bring to bear, so you can go, oh, this is interesting, or that's interesting, and so on and so forth, I hope. Anyways, yeah. Okay, here we go. That's why I'm not using the overhead right now, is because I'm going over to this paper thing. And all of this stuff ties in, but I can take a look at my notes as well. Yeah, because I talked about... the only other thing I think I need to do really is look at the Austrian component for the 07 October turn. Oh, yes. I forgot. We're going to bring this out first. Well, we'll bring it out last, I hope. But it's about the Katowice conference agreement and the fact that, like I said, I'm going to stick to the letter of the law. But I'm certainly not going to stick to its intent or the spirit of what it was written for. You can screw that. So these are the counters. Yeah, like I said, they're not super duper great or anything, but they're working. They're going to work for me. So yeah, you've got the. So I just copied and pasted the whatevers. But for these guys, I just tried to put in. The 49th Reserve, and then the two little sticks there for battalion and 1 strength point and 5 movement points, and then the Kriegfrosche HQ. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'll pop the link in later because it's not my idea, but my mind yesterday when and this is the first one I tried. When I saw how good it was, and it reminded me also of a film, the old film with the teeth on the projector. Okay, trust me, man. There's a part of my brain now that is gone. It just went with about a bazillion ideas. I'm gonna have to wait until I can catch up because I lost it when it started. I could see making. Remember, I've done some stop motion and blah 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 before. I could already start seeing me doing I'm not saying long, like maybe like a 3-second really. Because remember, you can now start copying and you can grab any material and put them together and make your own little 3-second film clip. And I already practiced last night putting like a light. And what I'm going to use, I'm just going to make a makeshift projector. I'm actually going to use the packing tape spindle as my projector wheel. Anyways, it'll be very easy to do. So what this is actually just inkjet print that's on packing tape, and then I just stuck the packing tape and the toner, laser jet toner. Yeah, inkjet you gotta do some different things because it gets into the substrate, right? Whereas the toner more or less it doesn't go right in. Anyways, put it in the water and then you rub the paper away and voila, it sticks. And you can do this with practically anything you can think of, book, text, magazine stuff, you flippin' name it. But so I'm starting to think of, and I'll show you the link of the person that gave me the idea, and I've only watched 2 of her videos, and I'm like, it's called Upcycle, and if this is what she's already given me with 2 videos, and I mean this is just from 1, holy Lord lifting. So I think I may be doing some of this tonight. Well, you can see the table's gone, man. It's getting ready for Mario Kart land. Jesus, Murphy, I can't wait for that. Yep. Oh yeah, and I'll introduce you to the who's going to be the leader of the Kriegfrosche. And his name's Manfred von Richthofen. And you're going to think, what? Nope, it's not him. It's not the Red Baron. However, the Red Baron was named after him because this guy. And like I said, I'm going to try not even to use my notes, and we'll see how that works. I don't know about you guys. Does he kind of look like one of those? I can't remember the actor, but one of the actors from Monty Python. Not one of the main guys, but more like in the TV. You know what I mean? I can't put my finger on him. But anyways, this Manfred von Richthofen. Who the Red Baron was named after. So this guy was the Red Baron's godfather. Anyways, I think he was born in 1877. We'll find out later. But I know he died in 1939. He had more flippin' awards than you can shake a stick at. So many medals, it's not funny. All I can say is he would have had to have like a counterweight put on his back if he wore them all. He also got the Blue Max. He was originally, I think he spent about 37 years of his life in the German military. He had a massive background in the cavalry. He ended up becoming the division commander, Chutes and Ladders. I'm not going to remember the number. Let's just pick a number. I'm going to say 11. The 11th, I'm sure I'm not right. The 11th Infantry Division at the outside of the war, I think. But then, but just before that. But then he became in charge, I think, of the 1st Guard Corps or the 1st Cavalry Corps or whatever, or something like that. And he was part of the right wing or whatever of the Schlieffen Plan in the Western Front. Saw lots of action there. Saw action in the Battle of the Marne. Eventually gets transferred in November to the Eastern Front. His corps becomes part of the German Ninth Army. Sees action, I think, in the Battle of Łódź, of course, because that's why you'd have the 49th and the 50th Reserves there, which are the 21st and the 22nd battalions, which are going to be Sam and Frodo for my Kriegfrosche. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. So, and then eventually in 1916, he becomes the commander of the Reserve 25th Corps, which the 49th and the 50th Reserve Infantry Divisions are part of. And I wanted a cool commander for the Kriegfrosche, and I couldn't. So anyways, I was like, well, let's go and take a look at the list of all the people that have ever commanded the Reserve 25th Corps. And his name popped up, but I mean, not till 1916. But I was like, hey, wait a minute. He shows up in November 1914. I need him for late October 1914. So I'm going to pretend in my universe that somebody spotted him for doing some good stuff, maybe at the Battle of the Marne and so on and so forth, and said, you know what? We need you for a covert action. And off you go, dude. So for that to happen in my universe, he doesn't exist on the map yet. He's not supposed to show up until November. Oh my God, no, that would be the, oh my Geff. So that means in Dave Schroeder's universe, he's probably part of the 4 cavalry divisions that show up in 02 November. Oh my cool, man. But he won't be. Somebody else will be taking charge. However, the Germans don't have any reinforcements coming in on the 07 October turn. So I'm going to do this as a special one-off. Excuse me. So he's going to appear just like everybody else at 0118. And he's already going to be entrained. However, that's going to eat up 1/12 of my German operative rail capacity this turn. And that's just tough bananas. If I want to play part of this narrative and go off into role play land, I've also got to pay the piper. So, and then he'll be sent over and become officially in charge of Group 72. And when he does that on this turn coming up, I will then transform that into the airship. And then the other dudes will not be turned into those guys until they actually are at the launching pad. Oh my God, the launching pad. That sounds like a lily pad. Cool. Anyway, so let's see if how close I was in my freaking notes. So I was a year off. I said 37, he was 38. I said 1877, he was 1855, so I got that wrong. Famous Red Baron was named after him, and this Manfred von Richthofen was the Red Baron's godfather. He dedicated 38 years of his life to military service. Before the outbreak of World War I, he was a commander of 6th, Infantry Division stationed in Brandenburg. However, he had much experience in the cavalry arm of the military and was in charge of the Guards Cavalry Division before his assignment to Brandenburg. When the war broke out, Richthofen became in charge of the 1st Cavalry Corps, so I was close, I think, and saw action on the Western Front and seemed to be the vanguard. Yeah, he was, they were in, before the 3rd Army went in, they sent in him, I think. Richthofen and the 1st Cavalry Corps then were transferred to the Eastern Front in November. His corps became attached to 9th Army, where they were instrumental in, oh yeah, I forgot about that bit, were instrumental in helping the 25th Reserve Corps break out from being encircled in the Battle of Łódź. Later in 1916, Manfred von Richthofen became commander of the 38th Reserve Corps and then later became commander of the before-mentioned 25th Reserve Corps. He was also awarded numerous medals during his career, including the Blue Max, which now brings me to why I decided to make him the commander of Corps HQ1 and thus the Kriegfrosche. So yeah, we went into there and that's that. I think that's it. Like I said, I'm going to do a bit of, I think I'm going to play around here a little bit. I want my mind to kind of just see some things, maybe use some different materials. I have to obviously get some more packing tape now. because I want to go packing tape berserk for a while and see what I can do. Like I said, for later on when I want to start doing the more creative play with the grand campaign and everything. So that's it. I'm gonna take a look at the Austrians with the Berevich dictum. I think it's going to be a lot of getting things. I think they have a lot of core, not core HQs, but they have a lot of army HQs in good places, and some of them are certainly not going to be moving anytime soon. So what I'm going to do is start forming core HQs like there's no tomorrow, get things ready, and oh, that was it. The Katowice conference agreement. Katowice conference agreement. Thank goodness I remembered. So I like this. And there's going to be part of the reason why I want to do some creative play. I want to go and find some old Prussian logos and whatnot. So I went and got like an official document folder. It was the best color that they had of the selection. I thought, hey, you know what? You look pretty good. It's a nice calming color for me. So I've got a nice, super duper looking document, but I am going to, I don't know what you call it, pimp it out beyond belief. There's no tomorrow. And then I got the other dude, which is a similar color. But yeah, the Katowice conference agreement. I still haven't cut it. Oh God, I love this canvas paper, man. But yeah, I haven't cut it. Zoe thinks I should cut it right to there so it'll actually look like it was properly. She's like, well, now it just looks like a printout. I'm like, yeah, I get you. So let's go to number 3. And like I said, I'm going to go by the flippin' letter here, man. And it's only I don't give an F about the Austro-Hungarian stuff. Let's just look at the German stuff. It says, German command to send 2 corps, the equivalent of 8 full-strength brigades, to the Austro-Hungarian sector, and be assigned to Austro-Hungarian command. Never said when I was going to do it. So, sorry, I'm going to pull a Conrad on them. When the Germans were like, hey, what the hell? Where's the Second Army? Like, you're supposed to be helping up in Galicia. And then Conrad's like, oh, right, sorry. Well, same thing, assholes. Oops, sorry. Number 5, German command to transfer supply. 10 supply points immediately upon the resumption of operative rail between Katowice, Krakow, and Tarnów, the tri-towns. Okay. Upon the resumption of operative rail. Fine. I'm just not going to do it. I've got other things to do with those engineers. And remember, they're under my command. So I've now saved myself as the German player. I'm sorry, but I've got to look after myself. I know we're in conjunction as Central Powers, but tough bananas. So I've just saved myself 10 supply points I don't have to send over. And I'm also not going to send them over 2 corps. Tough. And that's just the way it goes. So these engineers that were just about to fix those rail bits are not. I'm going to say, whoa. We've got some other stuff to do here because we have to get to Checheva and get all this linked up super duper ultra quick so we can start going that way. I'm sorry, but that's the way I'm looking at it. All right, that's it. Hope you guys are having a fantastic thing. And if you're not Welsh, Happy New Year. And that you haven't celebrated New Year yet. Like, I mean, obviously, if you're in Australia, you have, but I think if you're Welsh or something, it's not a good thing to do or something like that. Okay, see you later.